But I'm so sour on Apple because of what they did with the batteries.
Yeah.
That was such a dirty thing to me. Because everybody had always suspected, like my friend Brian was always like, dude, I'm telling you, when the new phones come out, your old phone starts moving slower. I'm like, dude, that's a conspiracy. That's all horseshit.
Yeah.
I'm like, your phone's just old, bro. But then when I found out that it was real, I was like, you assholes. And to pretend.
The problem was the way they didn't tell people. Like, they could have just avoided, like, the whole whatever, like PR, whatever you want to call it, by just telling people, look, this is what we do when your phone's getting older. We need to preserve either the CPU or the battery, so we need to either voltage down the CPU or save your battery. Pick one and give us a choice. They didn't tell us until people started suspecting things and they had to make a statement, and then it looked kind of dirty and like hidden.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I think it's a trick to try to get you to buy new phones.
There's no way they didn't think about that.
Yeah, of course
There's
they
no
thought
chance
about
they didn't
it.
think about that. Yeah.
Why else would they do it that way? Why else wouldn't they just let the battery be slower or let the CPU be slower?
And the best part is they give you the choice now, but if you never look for it, you'll never find it. And they definitely still default to saving your battery by underclocking the chip. So your phone will still slow down if you don't know where to find that option in the settings.
As soon as the new phones come out.
Basically.
You motherfuckers. It's just dirty.
It seems pretty dirty, yeah.
Because it's the thing that everybody always suspected. Everybody always suspected there was some sort of engineered obsolescence. And they're doing this on purpose to get you to keep buying the newest, latest, and greatest. But I wanted to go, nah, Apple? Come on. Apple wouldn't do that. I mean, they're your friends.
They paint this picture that's really upright. Like, we want you to have the best experience as long as possible.
Sure.
Which involves not replacing your battery, which means we'll just slow down your phone just a little bit so that it lasts longer and the battery can keep up. Makes sense on paper, but
on paper, well, there's a lot of things about Apple that I really like. I really love the OS. I really love it. I mean, it's just so much better than Windows. But their keyboard sucks so bad on their laptop. It's just
the laptop,
clicky. It just doesn't feel good. It's got shallow travel. There's all these issues with. I switched to a Lenovo. I went with a ThinkPad just for stand up. I have to write a lot, and I found out that I write way slower, like maybe 10 words per minute slower. Like it's a real issue because it's like you make a lot more mistakes with those little shallow, clicky things.
Yeah.
And with the Lenovo, you have much more travel. It's much easier to touch type. It just feels better for me. But that bums me out. It's like, why can't they get that right? Like you're making these things for creative people, right? That's your whole thing. It's like think different, you know?
That's another thing I kind of got like. It's again like what Apple tries to portray themselves as versus what you're actually experiencing. If you never listen to Apple and you get the new laptop, you're like, wow, this keyboard's worse.
Yeah.
This sucks. Why is this keyboard so shallow and mushy?
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to listen to Apple and they're like, well, look, we made it quieter. We made it thinner. So the laptop's thinner now. And they'll give you all these reasons why they did what they did. And you're supposed to go, oh, okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. Maybe this is better. But your experience often says the opposite, so that's why people like to not listen to what Apple says and just evaluate it without listening to that.